Imagine a world where young women can't wait to turn 40, 50, or 60. What would be different in a world like that? What would that mean for our quality of life? And how do we become those women for ourselves and for our daughters? Hi, I'm Dr. Johanna Canady, former molecular biologist turned birth doula and hospice volunteer. On this channel, we keep death close enough to clarify what truly matters. I think fear of aging is very logical in the culture we live in. As women, we are trained to link worth with youth, visibility, desirability, being chosen, being interesting, being taken seriously. And then midlife arrives, and you can feel the shift. Not always in your real relationships, hopefully, but in the atmosphere around you, in media, in how women disappear from covers unless they look 25. In how anti-aging is basically the default language. There's actually research describing this exact midlife experience. One paper calls it age-related gender diminishment, women feeling invisible and inconsequential after midlife. And we also have evidence that perceiving ageism connects to psychological distress. So when a woman feels a little unsteady about aging, that's not vanity. That's not her being weak. That's a normal response to a system that rewards youth and youth only and punishes visible aging. In the world I'm imagining, younger women would grow up with a completely different picture in their head of what getting older looks like. They wouldn't only see fear or decline or women disappearing. They would see older women living lives that look good. Not perfect, maybe, just real and spacious and good. The kind of life that makes you think, oh, wow, I want that. I want to grow into that. They would see women who have stopped auditioning, women who don't twist themselves into shapes to be chosen, women who are in charge of their money, their time, and their friendships. And women whose bodies look like regular bodies and are still a source of joy and pleasure. Women who are interesting and interested and who only give the fucks that matter. I'm not trying to sell some fake aging is easy story. Aging can be brutal sometimes. Bodies changing, but even more so losing people we love. Things happen, that's real. But none of that means aging should feel like a humiliation. That's the part I would love to see removed from the narrative. This weird vibe that once you're older, you should not expect to be part of the fun anymore. No, the goal is dignity. The goal is you get to be fully here at every age, and you get to look like your age while you're doing it. I am very grateful that I've had a few women around me who gave me that picture. My mother, for example, ran her first marathon at 60. She had her most passionate love stories in her 60s. She went ice bathing for the first time at 76. Or my godmother. She became a widow when she was really young, about 40, and she built a life after that was truly hers. She allowed joy in her life and silliness and a fulfilling career and friendships and also affairs and love stories. She never had biological children, but she was a mother and a wonderful friend to so many of us. Being around her and talking to her didn't make me fear getting older. It made me curious. That's the kind of woman I want to be. The kind where my daughters think, wow, that looks like fun. And if you want a place where women witness each other living their most intentional lives over 40, you're welcome in my No Regrets Women's Circle. We meet every month for a live call. We check in regularly during the week on a platform called Mighty Networks. Each season, we read a book together and we're just there for each other, witnessing each other's wins and challenges. It's 29 euros per month. If you're a single mom or if money is tight right now, you can use the code SingleMoms for 50% off. I've seen this meme going around on social media about the average ages women achieve certain things. It says something like career pivot 39, entrepreneur 42, millionaire 49, creative peak 45 to 55. I don't know if those exact numbers are perfect, but the direction is real. People underestimate how late powerful work can start. There is real research showing that the founders of the fastest growing new ventures aren't 22-year-olds. The average age is around 45. So the idea that you're behind at 40 is simply wrong. A lot of women are just getting started. For me, one of the biggest shifts has been agency. My relationships are getting better every year. My marriage is getting better every year. My friendships are getting better because I get clearer every year. And funnily enough, my body feels better too because I left the skinny is best paradigm behind. I lift weights now. I nourish myself with more joy and intention. I'm not trying to be 25. I'm trying to live well inside this body for several more decades. And learning about the end of life over the last years also had a profound effect on my perception of midlife, right? At the end of life, people don't wish they'd spend more time trying to look younger. They wish they'd been braver about the life they actually wanted. They wish they'd stop postponing. I want all of us to hear this clearly. Time speeding up is not the enemy. Drifting is the enemy. So how do we become those women? Those older women that young women feel excited about? I will share with you 3 moves that I find really important. First is I'm intentional about what I consume, and I'm intentional about who I surround myself with. My feed shapes my mood, and my people shape my life. I actively seek out women who make me feel excited about my future, women who will gladly be responsible for their own happiness and well-being, women who don't treat aging like a scandal. I want that energy in my nervous system. Second is I invest in strength. I want my body to feel like a place I can live in with joy. Lifting weights did something to my brain. It gave me this grounded confidence that doesn't come from being approved. It comes from feeling capable. And the more I focus on strength, nourishment, sleep, and recovery, the less interesting the whole look younger conversation becomes. And third, I use my 75-year-old self as a compass. I look at daily habits and big decisions through her eyes. How am I spending my time? Which relationships am I watering? Which conversations am I avoiding? What am I tolerating that I won't want to tolerate forever? What would future me thank me for doing now? This is exactly why the No Regrets Women's Circle exists, right? It's a place to surround yourself with women who are doing the same kind of work, living awake, taking responsibility for their well-being, and building a second half of life that actually feels good. Tell me about the women who inspire you. What is it about them that makes you excited about getting older? I loved having you here. May you have a wonderful day, and may you sprinkle some magic dust on the world around you.